Hi, second grade. You just listened to How Full is Your Bucket for kids, and now we're going to talk about what it means to fill or empty our own or other people's buckets. In the story, it is said that each of us has an invisible bucket, and the bucket is emptied and filled depending on how we treat ourselves and how others treat us. So let's put a little person here. Okay, pretend this is you. Now, there's your bucket. It's invisible though, so meaning we can't see it. So the story is saying that people walk around and have these invisible buckets above their heads. We can fill our own and other people's buckets by saying or doing things that are positive and kind. So in this picture, we see some kids and they're smiling. She looks like she might be laughing. And they're playing together. They're being kind. And then in this picture, we see a teacher that's smiling and waving at her class and saying good morning. So our words and our actions can fill our own and other people's buckets. When our bucket is full, we feel great. But when we say or do unkind things, we dip into the buckets of other people and of ourselves. So the buckets lose the water. They become emptier, which remember makes us feel sad or angry. So in this picture, we notice a girl that's making a not so kind face. That could dip into her own and other people's buckets. And in this picture, these two classmates or friends are talking about and leaving out this boy. And how does he feel? Look at his face. He looks sad. So these two and this girl are dipping into the buckets of other people. When our bucket is empty, we may feel sad or angry. Let's look at some examples of being either a bucket filler, filling it up with happiness, kindness, or being a bucket dipper, emptying that bucket by dipping in and being unkind. So let's look at these on the bottom. This first one says pushing someone. Is that filling or emptying? That would be emptying somebody's bucket. That's an unkind action. Okay, next one, saying good morning. Filling or dipping? Saying good morning would be filling. It feels good to have somebody acknowledge you, to have somebody notice you and say those kind words to you in the morning. Saying I don't like you. Filling or dipping? Definitely dipping. That can really hurt somebody's feelings if you say that you don't like them. So we would have to think about our words and what could we say instead that could be kind. Maybe say, I need some space right now. Can I have some space? All right. Helping someone carry things. Filling or dipping? Definitely filling. When you are helping someone, that fills their bucket because you are being kind and seeing that they needed that help. Okay, yelling at your sister. Filling or dipping? This would be dipping. Nobody likes to be yelled at. It hurts our feelings. It makes us upset, and that would empty our bucket. Okay, last one. Giving a compliment, which means it's like a positive statement. So if I said, I really liked what you shared with the group today on Zoom, that would be a compliment. Would that fill or dip your bucket? it would fill your bucket. It would make you feel happy and confident. So let's focus on being a bucket filler. Let's think about things that bucket fillers can do. A bucket filler would be somebody who fills other people's and their own bucket with kind words and actions. So what can a bucket filler do? Of course, a bucket filler can be kind. A bucket filler can include everyone, can share, can say polite words like please and thank you. A bucket filler can follow directions, whether that's listening to parents or while playing a game with friends or in school with teachers. A bucket filler can be patient, can wait their turn and let their friends or their siblings have a chance to talk without interrupting them. Remember, we don't want our volcano to erupt. So these are just a couple things that bucket fillers can do to be kind and respectful to everyone. There are so many other things that you can do to fill your own and other people's bucket. So now it's your turn. On the paper that your parents printed, please put your name. Please put your name up here. Your name goes right there. So I will write very neatly, and I'll take my time with the lines, Mrs. Houts. So now it says, Mrs. Houts is a bucket filler. And then it has a sentence starter for us. I promise to. And you are each going to think about what you can promise to do to be a bucket filler. Try to think of 2 things that you can promise to do. You can definitely put more than that if you have space, or you can flip the paper over and write more on the back if you would like. So go ahead and rewrite that sentence starter. Write, I promise to. So that way you are writing your own full complete sentence or 2. So for myself, for my own promise, I promise to say hi to each student on Zoom. Also, I promise to use a calm voice when talking. So notice how I was a little specific with the things that I want to promise, that it's my goal to say hi to each of you on Zoom and to keep a calm voice. So you can be specific like this, or you can be a little bit more general, like saying that you promise to share with others. Remember when writing to start your sentences with a capital letter. So I'm underlining my capital letters with 2 lines. That means capitalize. Also, we have to end every sentence with punctuation. So I ended mine with a period. If you're really excited, you can end yours with an exclamation mark. To make sure that you have capital letters and punctuation, it might even be a good idea after you're done writing to go ahead and underline those capital letters like I did and circle your punctuation. That way you can make sure that you have that. So have fun thinking about how you can be a bucket filler, and then draw a picture to go with your writing. Or if it makes sense to you to draw the picture and then write, go ahead and do that. Thank you, 2nd grade.